In this video, I'll be sharing with you top tips that can help you ace any assessment center you have coming up. And of course, I'll be sharing with you a free PDF document that can help you in your Big 4 assessment center. So let's not waste any time. Let's get into the video. So as promised, I'll be sharing with you guys a free PDF document that actually helped me get a job offer at one of the Big 4 accounting firms. Now in this document, you can actually find information about each stages in the assessment day and any other topic or probably information I was not able to share in this particular video. Before getting into the video proper, I would love to share with you what an assessment center is. When I actually got into this country, I also didn't know what an assessment center is. Anyway, an assessment center basically is the final stage in a graduate job application, and this day is usually at least 3 to maybe 6 hours depending on the company, and usually have to do with how good you can work in a team. So there's group task, there's also one-to-one interview. Usually the company gets to use this one to find out if you're actually a good fit for the company. Bear in mind that if you make an assessment center, you have everything it takes. What they're just looking for is, are you the right candidates? Do you have the values and attributes they are looking for? And that's what an assessment center is all about. In this particular video, I'll be sharing with you guys my Big 4 assessment center experience to actually break down what an assessment day looks like. Now, the first thing you actually get in any assessment center is Icebreaker. And in this Icebreaker, it's just basically to ease the tension, because the HR already know that everyone will be tensed, everyone will be feeling pressured. So what they do is they just use this opportunity to get to know you. Also, they do activities. Now, these activities are just things that just break the ice, literally. So it could be something as much as what do you do for fun. The HR will usually start this one, and it's not so long, usually maximum of 20 minutes, and that's it. Sometimes they tell all candidates to introduce themselves and say one fun fact about them. And with this one, you just get eased into the activity of the day. And that leads me to the next stage in my Big 4 assessment center experience. Normally, everybody were actually having their one-to-one interview as sent in our timetable. Listen, everybody's timetable is different. Yours can vary. But in my own timetable, I was meant to have the one-to-one interview. Unfortunately, I got an email during the assessment center telling me that my interviewer is not available, so mine was postponed. So I was just tensed and all, but I was able to manage it anyways, and I just leave it. So I attended the group work, and I can confirm to you that the group exercise is one of the simplest exercise you would actually do in any assessment center. Why am I saying this? Because you just naturally try to find the type of person you are. That's it. Now, in this particular assessment center, we're given the case study. I think we're about 40 that day, and all of us, we literally had 10 minutes to read the case. The questions were there, and it's up to you to jot down what you want to do before we are being split into groups. Bearing in mind that we just had to be like about 4, I think we're 5 in the group. So my advice in this place is you don't have the time to read everything, because it'll give you long information. So getting into the group, I can confirm to you that everybody will be tensed. In this case, everybody were kind of nervous, and some people showed it, some people didn't. Now, you also find out that in a group work, there are different kind of people. I just pray to God that when you do your assessment center, you do not meet unfortunate people. There are some people that they like to dominate the conversation. What they just try to do is, immediately they start talking, immediately they start giving instructions, and they don't want to listen to anybody. And the best way to win this kind of people is to lay low, be calm, right? I've experienced this before, and what I just did was I was chilled. And what you want to do is you make it look like you are losing, but literally you are winning, because no company is going to recruit people like that anyway. So what you can just do is lay low, try to see other things you can do. There will surely be something that the person has not done. If there's anyone not talking, you can bring the person to the conversation. Now, never argue with this person, compliment them. If you feel like what they're doing is completely illogical, try to reason with them, try to negotiate with them, and respectfully showcase why they might be wrong. So I usually have my own strategy when I get into any group work. For example, would anyone be kind enough to be the timekeeper? And if there's no one willing to do that, I'm very happy to do that if everybody don't mind. Also, I believe someone can jot down the points when we're actually discussing. And I also have a proposed structure that can actually help us in our presentation. So usually I always have a typical structure for any case interview. Now, I always end this particular script by saying, what do you guys think? Once you say this, it shows that you are a team player, you're someone who can collaborate. On that particular day, the person that is actually assessing you will turn off their camera, so you don't even know what's going on. But I can confirm to you that if you apply this particular strategy in any group work, in 2 minutes, you're already killing the interview, because you already show that you're a leader, you're someone who has good communication skill, and of course, you show respect to the group. Don't forget, you're also managing the time. And the next thing that actually happened is someone just said, Kalai, that's very fantastic, and I'm okay for you to be the timekeeper. Do not forget one thing anyways, you've not shared your own idea. So what you want to do is share your own idea, Now, they're not looking for the best idea anyways. They're just looking for someone who can walk them through why they're going for any particular reasoning. That's all. Share your idea, and of course, try to see what other people in the group are saying, and I genuinely believe you'll be fine. One more thing, try to compliment people. No matter what, compliment people. Seem like you really want to be part of the group, and from time to time, remind them that, guys, you have 2 minutes and you should be fine in this particular part. And that leads me to the next stage in my assessment center day with one of the big 4 accounting firms. In my own case, I had my one-to-one next, and of course, it was with a partner at the firm. And I would like to share with you what I think about assessment center. I believe that the one-to-one interview is about 70%, the group work can be like 20%, and in this case, there was something called reflective exercise, and I believe that one is 10%. So if you do practically well in the one-to-one interview, you would be fine for the day. It don't matter if you don't do well in the group work, it don't matter if you don't do well in other parts. I believe you'll be fine for the day. And that's it. So in my own case, I had a one-to-one, and I can confirm to you that in any assessment center, the one-to-one interview is the simplest. And why am I saying this? The person interviewing you already know that you have everything it takes to be successful at the firm. The person just want to see what kind of person you are. Are you sociable? Are you someone that is willing to build relationship? Would you fit the current project you're working on? So the top tip I would give in the one-to-one interview is for you to carry out your research about the company. What's the company into? What kind of projects are they working on? Why do you want to join the company? And I've shared tips on this already in my previous videos, and I believe you'll be fine. You don't need to over-impress the partner. Guess what? The partner is just a normal person. In fact, in my own case, the partner was very lively. He was even the one coming up with chats in the beginning, and we just had a few chats. Now, you get into the interview, you want to use the STAR approach, because most cases, if you ask the recruiter, probably is competence-based or is motivation. The partner also want to see if you are commercially aware. One thing I will give in this partner interview is also, do you have any question for me? This part, I always have to approach. Have a question that is work-related and have a question that is not work-related. Like, how do you manage working under pressure and with a family, especially if the person is married? And you should be fine in a partner interview, like I said. If you build a relationship with a partner, you'll be fine. The next activity on this assessment center day for me was the reflective exercise. Also, if you want to know the questions I was asked in this particular exercise, I've actually put it in the free resources I'll be sharing later on in the video. And this part, I believe, you don't need to overstress yourself. Just want to get a feedback about how the assessment day has been for you and how they can improve the experience. Also, they want to know if you're someone who can critically assess themselves. In this part, don't stress yourself, and I believe you'll be fine. And the next activity for this assessment day, which you would actually also get in any assessment center you attend, is networking activity. This one, you actually interact with graduates that are already on the program, probably 1 or 2 years in. You can ask them anything you want. This activity is probably 30 minutes and you'll be fine. In my own case, I got into this assessment center with a Black Heritage program, which was a diversity initiative for Black people. It's something you can actually look into if you are willing to stand out in your application. Look into a diversity initiative program in your application. So when you get feedback with respect to the assessment day activity, some companies give you on the same day, but in the case of the big 4, they usually take like a day, some take 2 days. And in my own case, did I get a job? Of course. The partner called me telling me, oh, we're very happy with your performance, and of course I was lucky to get a job. That's just how it works with the assessment center. As promised, I'll be sharing with you guys a free PDF document that can help you in any of your big 4 assessment center. And of course, any assessment center too is free. You don't have to pay nothing. I've linked it down in the description box below, and of course in the comment section. I also have a community I'm building, and in this community we share information that can help you in your job application. If that seems like something you're interested in, drop a comment in the comment section. Of course, reach out to me on IG, and I'm willing to add you to the group.